We're up and running there. All right, cool. So let's see who or what. Right, there's Marcus. Okay, cool. Right. So let's see, right. So this is here, Ayaz is here. Let's see, Judy is here, Judith, Cassie is here, Kelsey is here. Liam's mom somebody else home yesterday, so he wasn't well. I see Logan because he had projects. Mandeep here, Marcus here, Matthias here, Noah here. Olivia, Page, more. 2023 Jan PA paper 2, yeah. That's it. Shiraz is what she is. Talia here, Teresa. Valentina. The Jan 2023 paper 2, right? Wait, this 2025. Then everything except 2025, Jan. Where's Jordan? Hey, Jordan, afternoon. Yeah. The week is not for 9 nights? Let's start before and go right through. Right? That's for 9 nights.
After the funeral, burial.
But when they go online by people's house?
Yeah.
They line by the house? I don't have a name for that. My wife went to one yesterday. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, Jordan. Hey, Aliana. Afternoon. Good to see you. Cool. Put that Jordan. Oh, I already take off Jordan. Right, cool. Kira. Mamas. Right, cool. Moms. Sorry. Moms. Right, cool. Okay, folks. We're not trying to run off partnerships today. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the slightly more interesting ones. And there was one from last year I definitely want to take a look at because there's one particular element in it that I don't want to say it's controversial, but it's a little different. Talia know what I'm talking about because she had actually asked me the question a couple of days ago. So we might start with that one. Huh? Yeah, that one. All right, so hold on. Partnerships. This is John. No. 2023. Okay, I'll check that one. Oh, new. Did I not update for 2025? Okay, that's weird. 2023 Jan. 2024. Right, so 2024. Okay, so let me go into the past paper stuff. Okay. What's 2025 paper? Yourself. Oh, I didn't rename it. Okay, that's weird. 501. Hey, give yourself now. All right. I'll send that one in the chat just now to so you all will have basically all the January paper 2s. Which one did I open? 2023? Right. What did it say? Dimple. Oh yeah, I remember that name. Ellerslie. Jumani. Ian Gertie. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna start. We're gonna start with the 2023 January paper, as in the partnership question, just to kind of warm up because I think it looks pretty simple. All right, cool. Right, where is we? USD. No. This is math. Oh, I don't want to be in math right now. Cool. Partnerships. Right, so this is the 2023 partnerships. Cool. Right. So let me see if I can send that to Right. So this is the whole 2025 Jan. That's not what I want to send. Basically, what I was initially just here. It doesn't update yet. Crap. Switch on and stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a minute to kind of update and then right. But in the meantime, you could always just follow on the screen. Now, let me print this off for those in class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll do 8 copies. Cool. All right, so let's zoom in here and see what we have. Okay, maybe zoom out slightly, 150. Yeah, I feel like 150 is good. All right, folks, you're on the screen there. I printed all this stuff here, but let's take a read in the meantime now. Yeah. Oh, here's Aisha. Hey, afternoon, Aisha. How you doing? Good to have you on. Hope I didn't have you waiting long. What topic in PoA? This is partnerships. Did I not put that inside the folder? Wow. Right. Oh, it's still updating. Oh, okay, that's why. So we're going on here, boy. Good now, right? Well, I click sync, so hopefully it'll turn up soon. Anyhow. Yeah, apparently I can't do it on this computer because then YouTube will cut out that piece of the video for showing personal. All right, cool. There, folks, you ready? You're on the screen there. There we go. Right. So this is Jan 2023 question. We're doing it as a bit of a warm-up before we get into some of the slightly more involved questions, right? So Timmy and Guti are in partnership, sharing profits and losses in accordance with their partnership agreement, which states the following. So 1, interest on capital, 6% per annum. Guti is to be paid a salary of 75,000 per annum, okay? Interest is to be charged on each partner's total drawings for the year at 3% per annum, right? So you're doing maths later. Yes, maths later for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Right. 4, Timmy and Guti share the balance of profits and losses. Was that sorry? Okay, cool. Thank you. In the ratio 3:2. So they like this 3:2 ratio for profits and losses, right? Now, balances on the partner's current accounts at the start of 2022. Timmy has a credit balance of 14. Gertie has a debit balance of 5,000. Now, we did current accounts on Monday, right? Current accounts are accounts that show the earnings and withdrawals of the partners, right? Earnings go on the credit side, withdrawals go on the debit side. The earnings items are what? The interest on capital, the salary, and the share of profit. All right. Now, at the end of it, if you have a credit balance, what did we say that was? That was a surplus on the current account. You earned more than you withdrew. And if there was a debit balance, it means you withdrew more than you earned, which means you didn't have a surplus. You had the opposite, which is a, begin with a D, deficit. Very good. Thank you. Balances on the partner's capital account, 90 and 60. Partners' drawings for the year ended 31st December 2022. 2,500 for Timmy, 5,600 for Gertie, and net income for the year ended 31st December 2022 was 156,757. So a very interesting figure with numbers apart from 0 to the end here. Now, of course, what they want you to do is the appropriation account for the partnership. Now, they give you a two-column format. If you want 3 columns, draw in your 3rd column and use it. Just make sure you can fit everything properly on the horizontal when you're writing out your information. Right? The next thing they want the current account for Gertie. Right? So if they only give you for one partner, they just give them that partner's information. Right? And then they ask a couple of questions down here. Right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this up on the screen. Actually, hold on now. Can I zoom into 200 without a loss of... No. Okay, so let's meet in the middle. 180. Right. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, so I'm going to give out the printouts here to those in class, those online. I'll see if the thing updated and send you all the format there. But you can do what you have to do. Right? I'll put this in. Everybody got one? Anybody not get one? Good. Yeah, wait. Okay, what is your question? We do the Jan 2023 partner question. Right, so we're doing the appropriation account first. Who's spy equal vibes? Alright, cool. Right, so folks online, I just sent you guys. Now, unfortunately, it's not fillable. I don't think I should have made it fillable and then sent it. Anyhow, right, so you all can write all this stuff in the meantime. Right, so right now we're working on the appropriation account, right, for Timmy and Beauty for the year ended 31st December 2022. All right. All right, Angie. Hey, can I do 2025 Jan? I did it already. I have the solution typed out. I actually put the PDF in the Student Hub's PoA Discord channel. Email me, chris@adaptuition.com. Right? And if anything, I'll just give you the PDF. Just get it out there. I haven't had a chance to record the solutions yet video wise, but did I do it? Did I do a live? No, I did Jan 2024 as a live. I did 5 lives. Yeah. But then I re-recorded them and I can't get a chance to edit them. Hello to YouTube. 9 people on YouTube. Boy, what? Bumper day. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, so run a bit late today. Sorry about that. So we're going to do the 2023 question as we're doing now. 2024 is next, and then we're going to backtrack and take a look at a couple of very interesting questions. All right. Well, I don't know if you'll get to look at both of them, all 3 of them, but we'll at least take a browse. Of course, you're very free to try any of them and message me your solution. No, I'm not saying I have time to correct solutions or extra work. I'm not saying that. I would like to be able to do such, but my time these days is not my own, unfortunately. But you know, as they say, such is life sometimes. It's an opportunity to learn to either let go or to take charge and get a handle on things. Sometimes if you go with the flow too long, you end up a place you don't really want to be. Capital, right? So you're gonna start with that, and then the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna add the what? Hey, Aaron, how you doing? You're gonna add just 100. Was the percentage there? That's 3%, right? All right, cool. Drawings figures were 27, 20, and 50. Breaking it there. Yeah. Yeah. That income, net profit mean the same thing. I have one right now here. Give it. Yeah. Right, and of course, Google Meet if you'll have any questions. Oh, there's Yuri. Sorry, Yuri. Yuri, good afternoon. Sorry, hope you weren't waiting long. I was just checking out a couple of questions off the road there. How are you? Right, the question on the screen, Yuri, was the Jan 2023, paper 2. Yeah, no problem, Yuri. I ran a bit late as well, so yeah, missed too much. Right? I kind of started about 4:35, right? But yeah, I feel part of it was computer issues too because when I open up Streamlabs, it wanted to update. So yeah, so I didn't have to do a whole restart on things because that would have throw things off. Anyhow, yo, all right then. Interest on drawings, you add it. So you add it two, and then the subtotal is added to the net income, and then. Right. So 3% of 2,500 is 75. 3% of this is what, 168. You add in both of them together, and then when you shift it across, you're going to add it to the net income. That's a big oof. The whole island joining that boy. What? Um, yeah, usually just have a jump in subscribers, and of course, people consuming the content. So, at across 38,000 recently. So, much no, as in a total subscriber count on YouTube is 38. Um, give them the answer sheet first. Yeah, adding. Yeah, that's a very interesting strategy. But, I guess it depends on what you want to achieve. You know, whether you want to actually learn something or just pass the exam. maybe a minute or two again before I start putting in some stuff, right? So after you find those things, right? So 3% of 2,500 was 75. 3% of this was 168. 75 and 168 is what? 243. 75, 168. 5 is 243. Yeah. Yeah. So then 243, when you add it to this, will carry it to even 157,000. Yeah. So 157,000. And then from that, you're going to deal with the interest on capital. Right? Capital is 6% per annum. And the capital balance is these items here. 6%, 5,400, 3,600. So a total of 9,000. One salary is 75,000. So 75 and 9 is 84. 84 from 157, boy. 73. Yeah, you're adding the two interests together and you'll subtract it from the net profit. Yes. 73 is split into a 3-to-2 ratio, so 0.6 and 0.4. 73 by 0.6. 8, 43, 8. 29, 2. Names is wrong, boy. If those figures ringing bells, you can let me know. If they're not, well, again, I was in it in my head, so yeah, some Monday evening in maths, my brain shut off for a couple seconds. And a couple of questions, boy. Little wasn't my best moment, but these things happen, and I think it's important for kids to see teachers struggling with stuff, something, and how to figure out when you're struggling, how to figure out the way out when you're struggling. Even I struggle too much. It's not a bad thing, even in the midst of an exam. Struggle is part of life. You have to learn how to deal with it. I have some, but not regularly. Ones I have are a little old, but they're still good. But if anybody wants anything, if this one of your friends wants anything, let me know. Because Hannah, since 2022 January, well, not January, since early 2020, when before Charlotte was born, I have on my to-do list master short form content. Hmm? Please, somebody had to help me do something.
But
Yo.
yesterday was the advanced exam, and two of my friends walked out in shambles.
Uh-huh.
Apparently it was terrible.
Better ask for a copy of
And
that too.
my friends can literally get a get like 100% in advanced
Mhm.
studying usually, and you actually real study.
Mhm.
And she said it was horrible.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that would be cool. If she have it, yeah, but usually they don't get that right away. Julie said she found it was a good exam. All right, sorry, let me just double check my rule again. All right, so excuse you if Jaden come in. All right. That's 650 thing in there, boy. Right. 2 minutes and I'll start starting. All right. Now, of course, you could have gone on to do the current accounts if you wanted.
Oh, I have that on my iPad.
All right, how are you? How do you do, PoA? Doing some accounts this afternoon. We have some maths coming up. PoA F5.
Read that.
Good. All that, boy.
Oh, I actually set my alarm to wake up to 8 a.m. I slept through it this morning too. No, put on your airdrop.
Mm-hmm. Overdraft? You mean deficit? Right. A debit balance implies a deficit for Guti. Yes, that's correct. You mean the final balance? I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, cool. So let's pull up a thing. All right, and we'll do what I want. I don't want that. What's across here? All right, this is John 23. It's Timmy and Guti, right? 23. What do you mean? Clearly. Okay, put that down, put that up. Pull this up a little bit more. All right, cool. So Timmy and Guti, Timmy. Right, for the first December 20. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start with net income. 156, 757. The same thing. Right. So interest on drawings, let's take that off. So we have Timmy, and then we have Guti. Right. So the interest on drawings is 3% of these figures here. So 3% of 2,500, and 3% of 5,600. Right. Hold on. 0.03. Right, cool. So 156, 757, 755, and 160 is 243. Adding these together give us 157. Right. So, right, there we go. So now we have Timmy and again QT. Right. So the interest on capital, I think is 6% now, right? And the capital balances are here. So yeah, 6% of 90. Point 0.06 by, and this one is same 6. Wow, today is just an off day, man. 60. Oh my god. Right. Equals 0.06 by 60. Right. So that's 9,000. Right. 9,000. And then the salary is only a salary to Guti, right? 75,000, right? Right. 75. Right. So 75. Huh? Right. So 54 and 36 is 9. 75 and 9 is 84. 84 from 157. 73. Right. And now, so, right. And it said there was a 3-to-2 split, right? So 3/5 of the same 73,000 and 2/5. Yeah, see, it's 0.6 of that. That's 3/5, right? Okay, cool. And right. So there we go. cool. Give me one quick second. What I'm gonna do? Let me just question in the chat. Oh there. Right down here, boy. Hold on, don't right down there. Just crop off some of the black white space there. Right, so that's the question. This is the like this would be a little too close on the top left hand corner there, but we could forgive that. Okay, cool. All right, okay. I'm gonna zoom back in here a little bit. Focus on that side here, right? Okay. So Google Meet. So Aisha, Liana, Ayaz, Jordan, Cassie, Mandy, Marcus, Matthias, and Yuri. If you guys are good with the appropriation account, just kind of give me a quick G in the chart. Thanks. Right. If you need me to re-explain any particular aspect of it, that's not a problem. Just give me an R. Right. So 8 out of 9, not bad. Actually, maybe 8 out of 8. Okay. All right. Talia, talk to me. You okay with this? All right, cool. All right, my far side, everybody on the side. Any questions, problems, issues? We okay? Yes? All right, cool. Okay, now the next thing they want you to do is they want you to do, 1 second, They want you to do the current account for Gertie. All right, so Gertie had an opening debit balance, sorry. All right, so we said a debit balance on the current account indicates what? A deficit. The person took out more than they earned over the course of the partnership, and they have a deficit in their current account, right? So you can fill it in right there, right? Those of you at home could write it up, right? Now, if they only ask you for one partner's current account, only do that partner's current account. Now, of course, what else do we put inside of here, right? The interest on capital, salary, Gertie got the salary, right? Yeah, and the share of profit. On the debit side, you're going to put the drawings figure, which was how much again? Right, it's 5,600, and then the interest, which was the 168. Right, so yeah, so if you haven't yet done this, organize that. Those online Google people, don't forget you can send me pics of your work. Your parents have been asking, and I have been reporting the truth. Please act accordingly. Right. what I'm going to do is hold on. Do I need that much space there, boy? Yo. About? Uh-huh. Balances on partners' current accounts. 1 Jan 2022. Timmy, 14,000 on the credit side. Gertie, 5 on the debit. So we're doing for Gertie, right? So balances on partners' current accounts. So that's the opening balance. Right? So that will go on the debit side. Yeah, just for Gertie alone we're doing. That's correct. Right, sorry, I was doing this. Push that up, push that down, put that there. All right, so current account, Gertie. So we have a balance that starts. A balance brought down of how much it was again? 5,000. Right, a debit balance of 5,000. That goes on the debit side, right? 5,000. Right. And the other items, right? So we'll just take out all these figures that don't belong there right now. Right. Okay, so let's start populating this account with the earnings, right? And the earnings would be the interest on capital, the salary. This is a space there, right? So interest on capital, salary, and the share of profit, right? And the earnings go on the credit side. No, stop it. I just want that, right? That's what I want. Good. Thank you very much. Sorry, where was I? So the interest on capital for Gertie was 3,600. The salary was 75,000, and the share of profit was 29,200. Right. Drawings. Here you go. Right, it was 5,600. And the earnings on which 0.303 by this. Right. Right. So check it. Clearly, this side, right, is about 10% of this side. So we need the balance to be carried on from this side across. The balance carried down. Now, how do we find the balance? We take the total on this side and minus the total on the other side. 97,000. And that's carried down from the debit side and brought down on the credit side. So Gertie has gone from having a debit balance on her current account or a deficit on current account to having a credit balance or a surplus on the current account. So again, the debit balance indicates that. So again, in the current account, the credit items are the earnings, the amounts that the partners earn that basically go to them. Interest on capital is paid to the partner, as is the salary and share of profit. Right? These things go to the partner and technically increase their capital. Whereas these items, the drawings and the interest thereon, decrease their capital. All right. Now, if to have a debit balance at start, you clearly had to have a bigger debit total than a credit total initially or before this, right? Hey, shameless, good afternoon. Right? Which means that you would have taken out more than you earned, which happens, all right? Now, even though there was a deficit coming in and there were still withdrawals, there were earnings, and these earnings ended up being a total of 107,800, which is quite a bit, and it turned the deficit into a surplus. All right. Okay. All right. Talia, how are you feeling with the current account then? Okay. Well, next slide. How are we going that current account? All right. So here's my question. You all want to do Timmy's current account for practice, or you all want to go on to the next piece? Next piece. All right. Listen, I'm gonna check Google Meet. Google Meet. If you guys are good with what's on the screen for the current account, it's gonna mark with Genie Jump. Right. If you need me to re-explain anything, give me an R. All right. Now, Okay. All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to show you one more thing which we have not yet covered, which is if they ask you to do a balance sheet for the partnership, how do you show the capital section? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this particular, what you call it, question as the example. All right. Because there were 2, maybe 3 questions within the last, well, from like 2010 come forward, 2016 come forward specifically that asked for balance sheets, including the capital sections, right? Well, that's not something they ask for very often. So even though they don't ask for it often, they still have to know what to put where. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to scroll down here a little bit. Right now, the question didn't ask for this, but I'm using the question as an example. Now, they also didn't give us assets and liabilities, but I'm just showing you the capital section. Okay, so this is Timmy and Gertie, statement of financial position extract. So an extract is a small piece of the whole, right? As at 31 December 2022, right? Capital section. Okay. So Timmy, Gertie, total, sorry. So initially, we start off with the capital balances. So capital balances or capital account, right? So capital account balances. Now, we're going to pull that straight from the question, right? So in the question, we see in here, right? Balances on the partner's capital accounts. What you see in there? 90 for Timmy and 60 for Gertie, right? So let's put those in. So 90,000 here, 60,000 here, and we're going to add going across. So the total capital in the partnership is 150, right? Now, the current accounts. Now, you can do the current accounts and just pull the balances to look like this, and of course, add going across to get a subtotal. You can do that. So you can do the current account separate. Now, as a matter of fact, if you do the current account separately, and then they ask for the capital section, I would suggest doing that. However, if they say, and they have said it before, if they say to put the capital section showing the details of the current accounts, you have to have this, what I like to call the vertical format for the current accounts, right? And I'll show you, right? So we start off with the balances at start or balances brought down, right? Now, it doesn't matter the sequence of your items, but I suggest put your earnings first and your withdrawals after. What are the earnings items for the partners? What are the items that go on the credit side of the current account? Interest on capital. What else? The salary and then the share of profit. And what are the debit items or the deficit items, the withdrawal items? Drawings and the interest on same, right? Okay, cool. Right, so hold on. Let's put that to the top. Put this one down here, right? Okay, cool. So for the balances at start, Timmy had a credit balance, right? So this is Timmy's column. So Timmy's balance was 14,000. Now, Gertie had a debit balance, but because we have a vertical format and they have one column each, we have to show it as a negative balance, right? Now, whether you like to use brackets or minus sign, or instead of the normal curve brackets, if you like to use the kind of like arrowheads as your kind of brackets, that's perfectly fine. Now, what about the other items, the interest on capital and so forth? Hold on, let me actually get a different, all right, put that on top, put this below, take off those things. We're gonna zoom in across here, right? Cool, okay, that's a little too big. All right, cool, so let's go for the interest on capital. 5,400 for Timmy, 3,600 for Gertie. Salary, none for Timmy, but 75,000 for Gertie. And then the share of profit, right, was 43,800 for Timmy and then 29,200 for Gertie, right? And then the drawings and interest on drawings. So the drawings was, so of course, these items will be put as negative items because again, they are debit items, right? And because we have one column each, we don't have the luxury of having a debit and credit side or debit and credit column. Each part is a single column, so we have to differentiate debits and credits by the use of negative items. Drawings is negative, 2,500 and 5,600. And the interest on drawings, minus 75, and then minus 168. Right. And after this, all we do is we add and subtract going down. Right? So when you add going down, for Timmy, we get 60,625. And then for Gertie, we get 97,032. Now, did we get that on top of here? Yeah, look, we got 97,032. Right? And I'm pretty sure if we did the current account for Timmy, we would get the same 60,625. Right? Right? And these are the balances at end. Right? And of course, you add going across. And now all you do, hold on, 157.6, wasn't that the net profit? That is in, no, it's pretty close to it. It just swapped the digits. It's off by was $900. Wow. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's not something that normally happens. I just suspect it was a coincidence. And all we do is we add the current account totals to the capital account totals. Right? And this figure is total partnership equity, right? Or total partners equity. All right. So this is what the capital section could look like, right? At the very least, hold on. At the very least, it has to look like this, right? With the capital account balances here, current account balances here, totals or subtotals for each, and then you add going down. All right. Yeah. Oh no, come on, man. What did I do? All right, hold on. How do I get that back? No. Okay, thank God. Right. Okay. So what I'm gonna do? I'll print it out for you all. I'll put some borders, right? Hello. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copies. Right, and of course for those online, so income statement. Sham, we did income statement already, boy. But my YouTube channel has a whole income statement playlist starting from scratch, or you do the trading account, and all the adjustments bit by bit, piece by piece. Right, I break it down for each item simply, so I don't try to group them all together until the very end. But you can check it out after this on my YouTube channel, right? On the figure entry. Right. No problem. Everything there for you all to use. All right, so let me just give this out to those in class. All right, so that's the 2023 Jan question. Oh, thanks. Oh, I forgot about that. Right, so just very quickly, let's go back to here. So there were a couple little theory parts, right? So B part 1, state 2 components which Timmy and Gertie could have included in their partnership agreement in addition to the profit sharing ratio. Well, they gave you some of that stuff, right? Interest on capital, interest on drawings, salaries, all sorts of stuff. State 1 reason why Timmy and Gertie decided to form a partnership. The primary reason is to have more resources, right? When you have more partners, you automatically have more money. You have more people to do to divide the labor and specialize, right? So you could put any of the traditional, conventional, usual items there, right? Okay. Interest on capital, salaries, what duties each partner has, interest on drawings, if drawings is allowed in the first place. All right. Okay, give me 1 sec. I want to pull up the May 2024 paper. I do. So could I do John? Okay, yeah, Sham, I have it done already, yeah? I put the PDF in the Student Hub's PoA Discord server. If you email me, chris@adaptuition.com, I can send it to you directly, right? I have to do the recordings, but I'm not getting time to do my usual social media stuff. But I have 2 young kids, a 5-month-old and a 2.5-year-old. So my time is pretty taken up taking care of them with my wife, of course. But with 2 of us and a babysitter, is be plenty. I definitely want to get it out to you guys before CSEC hits. All right. Right, so there was a 2024 partnership question from May, June last year. Let me see if I could find it just pretty quick. Okay, so another one. Yeah, Ben and G, right? You want an income statement, appropriation account, and J's current account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out for everybody online as well. And I see in the everything that I could probably make fillable. Just give me a sec. Oh no, I don't want to delete. Please. Why is it doing this thing one by one thing now? Come the man, Philip, do that, no man. What time am I doing maths? 6:30. Maybe between 6:30 and 7:15 I'll start. I normally start a little late, but yeah. Right. So what I will do. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, so we're gonna have to zoom out to about 150. All right, so Ban and Jay are partners. Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit more. I'll send a picture in the chat, right? But I will see if I could send that thing to you guys online. I just have to wait for it to share on the server, so I could pull it up on the laptop that I have Google Meet running on, because I had to pull up WhatsApp there. I can't pull it up on this screen, otherwise YouTube will not flag my content, but it'll yeah. Anyhow, right. So Ban and Jay are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio 3:2. Again, 3:2. At the end of the financial year, 31 December 2023, the following balances were extracted from the books of the partnership after calculation of gross profit. Right, so 150. Right, so gross profit, operating expenses, non-current assets at cost price, accumulated provision for depreciation start of the year. Then we have current account for Ban and J. Ban has a debit balance, right? Maybe I could go back here and do it here, because those things might seem a little. Right, drawings, interest on drawings, partnership salary for jail loan. So look, they give you the actual figure for the interest on drawings, capital accounts. Interest on capital you have to calculate. Loan to the partnership by Ban is 25 and interest on it is 8%. You have closing stock at the end here was understated by 3,500 and non-current assets are to be depreciated. Okay, so they want you to first do an income statement. So you're going to start with your gross profit minus your operating expenses, but you have to do an adjustment for this understatement. I'll give it to you with it, right? You have to add this 3,500 to the 284, right? That's the adjustment. So you're going to take 284, add 3,500, and then minus your operating expenses. Right, now this is where the issue is. You see how it says loan to partnership from Ban and interest on a loan? Now, how do we normally classify a loan? As a liability. Interest on a loan is classified as an expense. Right? Now, that's how I know it. Even in a partnership, if a partner makes a loan to the partnership, that loan is treated as a liability, and the interest on the loan is treated as an expense. And all expenses are deducted in the income statement. Right? Now, apparently, I don't know where they get the information from, because they can't tell where they get it from. somebody, some teachers know it, that the interest on the loan is an appropriation because it was made from a pot. That's not a treatment I agree with, and it's not one I will teach you. But I will make you aware of it because apparently there's floating around out there. We did find something online that supported it, but it was for a different examination, a different syllabus. That's not to say it doesn't apply to ours. So here's what I'm going to have you do. We are going to work it the conventional way, where the interest is an expense. After we do that, we're going to do the appropriation account and then the current account for, let me tell you who, right? Current account for J. All right. Okay, and Google Meet, let me see if that thing populated. Right? So I send it to you so you look at time. So guys, I have to run upstairs for a few minutes to get something and come back. All right. So I'll give you some time when I come back. If you have any questions, of course.
Oh, please, 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 please. No, 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 no. You just sit like this, basic. Oh, I got next one. I'm playing Street Vibes. I have my number on that. I'm staying at your house. I'm just for the party. I'm staying with my mom and afterwards. I'm staying with mom. Just sung the song. Alright.
On the inside. Off some stuff there. All right, cool. All right, folks. So, like I was saying, sometimes they bring little extra things in the partnership question, right? This is the first time in a while they did that. So let's see what it looks like, right? So I'm gonna push that on top of there. So what happening? Partnerships. Okay, hold on, just now, 1 second. Right, cool. So we're doing May 2024, right? Okay. I'll copy Arvel and Bernice. This Ban and G. It is our next partnership name, Ban and Anna. Ban and Anna. Ban and Anna. Wait 1 second, eh? All the way down here. Sorry, guys. Right. So partnerships. First December 20. Yeah. Oh, sorry. The first thing is the income statement. All right. Okay. So let's Okay, cool. So we're gonna start with the gross profit. Right. So what we're gonna do, right? So we'll do the 284 here, 284,000, and we're gonna add back, right? This 3,500. So what they did here is they kind of coupled error correction or net profit correction in the partnerships, right? So if closing stock was understated, that means it was too low, right? And long story short, closing stock increases gross profit. So if it's too low, gross profit would have been too low. So when you fix it, gross profit is going to go up, right? If you're not sure, you can always watch my video on that. Right, less operating expenses. Right, now they gave us that OPEX right here, 107, right? So 107, 123, right? Then depreciation. Right, now for the depreciation, they told you here they're doing 20% using the reducing balance method. Now, how do we calculate depreciation using the reducing balance method? We have to multiply the percentage by the net book value. How do we find net book value? You take the cost of the asset, in this case 695, and you minus the existing depreciation on it, 215. right? So 295 minus, sorry, 695 minus 250, I think it was like 480. So we find in 20% of 480. So 0.2 multiplied by 695, 215, right? That's 96, right? Hold on one sec. How many marks they give you for this? They gave you 9 marks, right? That's why I think the, what you call it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and you have to put the interest on the loan here. So, right, so interest on loan. Right, so that's 8% of the 25,000. 0.08 by 25,000. Right. Right. So do we have any other expenses? No. OPEX, depreciation, and then the interest on the thing. Right. So pull that across here. And then, oh, sorry, right. We gotta actually put that as a negative. Subtract that, we get 82.5, right? And that there is your net profit before appropriation. Right, so I'll maximize that so we could see. Right, and it's 9 marks, so you're gonna mark for the head, and that's 1. Let me say 2, 3 there, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I mark each 8 and 9. Right, doing maths to the year, maths is 6:30. Right, so that's why I strongly feel in this particular. So, because if we didn't have this, how you get 9 marks? Right, that don't make no kind of sense. All right, cool. Yeah. So this is what the income statement could look like. Now, again, if you look at the amount of space they give you, right? All that. Right? So you head up on top here, you put your dollar signs, gross profits. Maybe you can add back the, what you call it, the closing stock thing and have an adjusted gross profit, less OPEX, depreciation, interest, your subtotal there, and your final net profit figure with three lines of space. So they give you real space to use. They give you space to film Star Trek and Star Wars. Anyhow. Right. Okay. Kind of low on time, but we want to do the appropriation account now. Okay, so 80. Sorry? Oh, yeah, I'll send it in the chat. Where all they going again, boy? Yeah, and as you can see, we didn't even need 3 columns for this. You could have used 2 columns, right? I normally do 3 columns for the appropriation account, but even in the appropriation account, they give you 2, right? So that's what I'll do. All right, so I could give you a few minutes to see if you can finish off the appropriation account. Actually, no, I will leave the 3 columns because what I want to do here is I actually want to do the current account. So I want to do the capital section of the balance sheet, the extract. All right. So I'm just gonna put a line here, OHBH, right? So appropriation. Right, so you're gonna start with the 82.5. So net profit. Sorry. Right, so that's how you're starting. I'm gonna put the question back up. Right, so we don't need anything below there. We could probably go into 200 now. Right, so you're gonna have your interest on drawings. So we don't have to calculate that. That was given to us outright. Right. We have to calculate the interest on capital. Right, the salary was given to us, and then after the profit share ratio is 3 to 2. Hey Vishmi, how you doing? Yo, Brina. Who's Brina, boy? Yo. Net profit for appropriation. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, how many marks was the appropriation account here? 9 do? No, 6. So you see, the interest couldn't go there. based on the mark scheme too, because it would be the net profit before, right? The interest on drawings, interest on capital, salary, and the share profit. That's already 5 marks plus the heading. So the interest on capital, going inside, interest on loan, not going inside of it. Just based on the mark scheme alone. Wouldn't that make sense? So I could give you a few minutes again, then I'm going to do the appropriation account, and I'll do the balance sheet one time. The capital section. The question didn't ask for it, but I wanted to as practice. What's the question? The question is the May 2024 PUA question, paper 2 question, question 3. We are doing the appropriation account with starting with a net income of 2,500. All right, okay. So let's starting here. So if you're still working, sorry about that. Okay, cool. Put this on the top, put this below, going down here. Right, okay, cool. So net profit before, so we're gonna add the interest on drawings. Right. So who we have is we have band first, right? Right. So actually I'm gonna have a calculation, right? It's just given to us, right? 3,200 G right? And J is 2,700. Add those together, that's 5,900. Add that to the top, that's what 8,400. Okay, cool. Right, now we have to subtract the appropriation. All right, so first is interest on capital. All right, BAN and G, let's bring that back now. Each of them is 3%, so 3% of 280,000 for BAN, and then 3% of 260 for G. Add those together. Only J had a salary. How much? 36,000. 36,000, thank you. Add that together. Right, now we have to subtract that, so we'll put on a negative, right? 88.4, that's 36.2. Interesting. All right, so this is the profit after appropriation, and this is the share of remaining profit, or share of profit after appropriation. It's in the same ratio, 3:2 for BAN and J. All right, so 3/5, and J gets 2/5, right? Yeah, 3:2. Right, and everything has been appropriated. Cool. So there's the appropriation account here. Right. Again, we didn't need the 3 columns. You could have just put this across here. Okay. Folks, how are you feeling with that appropriation account? Right, that was with 6 marks. All right. Okay, so what I want to do real quick is I want to do the balance sheet extract. All right, so I know some of you might have gotten it, some of you might not have gotten it. All right, so this is nah, don't worry. We're gonna do it. We're kind of gonna do it here. Statement of financial position extract as at 31 December 22. Capital. And G total. Right, so at the top, put that below. Okay, so the capital accounts. So capital account balances. Right, so 280 and 260. Right, and then current account. Yes, right. So we have the balances at start, interest on capital, salary, share of profit, drawings, and interest on the towings. Yeah. Okay, so the balances at start, a debit of 11 for BAN, so that's a minus. 7,300 for G, right? Interest on capital, right? 84 and 78 respectively. Salary was 0 for BAN, 36,000 for G. Share of profit, 21,720, 14,480. Right, drawings was 37,000 and then 26,000. Right, and the interest was 3,200 and 2,700. Right, we add those going on. Right, so look, BAN ended up with a debit balance. Right, so this is balances at end. And now what we have to do is add the capital account balances and the current account balances. Right, and that's the total partners equity. Right. Okay, cool. All right, so folks, sorry to go so much over time, but yeah, we'll stop there for now. Right. So again, they don't ask for this very often. They only ask it once or twice, but they never know what they're gonna bring and when. So you have to be prepared. All right. Now the questions we didn't get to tackle with the 2019 questions, Ryan and Yana, and the 2016 question, Metivi and Moreno. So you all should have the PDF so you can get them a swing and let me know. And yeah, folks, I had a cut and run there. Now next week, Monday is a public holiday. However, I may be able to have class, but if I do, it'll probably be 10 to 12 in the morning, right? Sorry, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., not 12 a.m. That's midnight. I'm not doing class 10 o'clock night, right? So 10 in the morning to 12 noon will be class, but I'll send a poll in the chat. What time? Your exam is 9 o'clock. Right, yeah, Monday. Well, I was saying Monday, if we have class, I'll have to have it in the morning. Right? I have what? Yeah, okay, one thing, right? But what I'll do, folks, I'll send a poll in the chat and we'll see what's what. Because we'll probably have to make space for PoA and maths. But again, I kind of charge everybody for only 7 sessions. If I have a class and as the 8, so I can't go back and anyhow, we'll figure it out. Right? Anyhow, I had a cut on because I had to go and eat some dinner before maths class start. I don't want to start maths late. Right? So those of you who join for maths, see you in about 20 minutes. The rest of y'all, have a good weekend. And of course, if you have any questions, you need any help, feel free to message me. Once I have time, I'll get back to you. All right, guys, I'm gone. Bye. All right. Okay, sorry, Sabrina. Night. Sabrina. I'm having a little fun across here, boy. I got to see that. Take it, you know each other. All right, yeah, guys. Well, I had to go. All right, so I'm doing some maths in about 20 minutes. We finishing up the Jan 2022. Yeah. 2014, okay.